Hi guys. One of the biggest things that I want this channel to be about is ethical traveling, ethical digital nomading. And it is because I am seeing digital nomads all over the world and they are reckless. Maybe because I grew up near nature and I was always nature lover, camping and hiking and kayaking, canoeing, and respecting nature. For me, it was always evident, but for many digital nomads, it is not evident that if you go to a new country and you want to live there, you should respect their nature and their way of life and all these things. And it is, for me personally, it is very heartbreaking to see when those kind of digital nomads are destroying the environment just for them. And for me, just for them, there are so many luxury stuff and stuff that local people doesn't need. And of course, when it comes to internet and a calm environment where you can do your videos and work, it's okay. But all these luxury stuff, it is really just many times hurting the local environment, and many digital nomads doesn't care because they just temporarily live there. And in my opinion, it has to change, otherwise digital nomads are going to be hated. And in many places, digital nomads are already hated, and I am saying this for many years now. And when I am seeing these things on many places that locals are hating digital nomads, I am yeah, I completely understand. When I was there, I was shocked how digital nomads and travelers acted. And I am seeing a good trend with digital nomads who are actually, for example, supporting the local economy by buying products that are made in that country and not, products from the USA and Europe and, all those countries, all those continents, all those big powerhouses of economies, but from the local economy, for example, on Thailand, Costa Rica, all these places. And even better if you purchase your items from the local farmers, craftsmen, because then you support the economy not just in a long-term basis, but in short-term basis and instantly. And many people in the world need support instantly, especially after the COVID situation. I heard so many stories about it, and I've seen the world changing because of COVID. And in many places, in many countries, didn't recover from COVID, and still they are not recovered. So if you can support local people, farmers, and this kind of stuff, you're going to add to places where you go, and it is a great experience. And then locals are not going to hate on digital nomads and travelers, but they are going to be liked by locals, and it is going to be a better relationship between locals and nomads. And I think it is the goal, and in my opinion you agree as well. And one of my biggest tips, I know many people are not going to take this, but choose an eco-friendly workspace, accommodation. And I am not saying choose those those green places, because most of the time they are just scams. And it is not just in digital nomad places, it is everywhere in the world, in the Western world, in the Eastern world, on the whole globe. Many times they are just scams, and they just want to take advantage of good-willing people who want to save the environment. You have to be realistic about it. If you just rent a basic accommodation without luxury, without jacuzzis and all this kind of crazy stuff, then you are already better than 90% of the nomads. It's just this simple. And I see that many nomads are doing this now. They're just renting a basic bungalow, basic apartment, and just living their lives as a normal human being. So I think there is a good trend here. So I want to congratulate all. Of course, I am not perfect either. I'm just telling you what my experiences are in the world and how I also try to be the best possible version of myself. This is all. It's another reason, I don't know, it really should be evident, really. Respect the local culture and local wildlife. If you go and work in the Middle East, respect their culture, because they might have a different culture than you. If you go to the Western countries, respect their culture. Like, so easy. If you go to a Buddhist country like Thailand, or you go to, like, if you go to a country, respect their local traditions and cultures, and because you went there by choice, you want to live there, so you see something in that place that is appealing to you, that is great. Why would you want to ruin it? And it's not good. There are some places that are completely ruined. Don't do that. And the wildlife, I thought it is evident, and I think for many people it is evident, but for example, like, it is just one basic example, but it is all over the world. But it was crazy to see that on the Galapagos Islands, which is known for the animals that are there, like, that are only there, that those animals, many of them are not living anywhere else on the planet. And still, to these endemic species, tourists were very rude, and I didn't understand how. Like, you go to the Galapagos Islands, which is a national park, and you are chasing those animals, and you are like touching them and stuff, when like every 5 meters there is a sign that you should maintain a distance, because these animals are living on these islands completely freely. It is their habitat, and people are there to observe them. And it was very interesting to see, and it kept me thinking, like, if on the Galapagos Islands it is an issue, like in other places in the world, how big an issue is this? And it is a big issue, because I travel the world, and it is everywhere. I don't know why, it's a big issue. And I just want to recommend to respect these things. When I was young, I didn't know about these things either as much as I do now. I was not a complete asshole, to animals in my life, but like, these rules are there for a reason, and I didn't always understand these very strict rules about these kind of things. But as I grew, as I became smarter, like, I realized, yeah, I have to think on a global scale. If everybody is touching those animals, if everybody is taking a coral from the beach, if everybody is doing these things, nothing is going to remain from these beautiful places. So this video is just, kind of a vlog video about this. Like, I am telling you my thoughts about it, because I really want this whole digital nomad stuff to remain a good thing, something that locals are actually passionate about, that they can show their country to other people and share their culture, and not like a bad thing where locals are hating on digital nomads and digital nomads are assholes, all this kind of stuff. And yes, I know in many countries locals are taking advantage of digital nomads and all kind of stuff. I know all these things. I'm not naive. I travel the world, I've seen things, but still, you as a human being, you should not expect always just the others to grow. You should start with yourself. It sounds very cringe as I said it, I realized, but in my opinion it is actually true. And I am saying all these things by like traveling the world for multiple years now, constantly, and learning every day. So in my opinion I have some knowledge about this at least. I hope you enjoyed this video. It was just a little rant about this. Sorry if I offended anyone, but I think I didn't. Let me know your opinions about this in the comments, your stories. I am interested in it. Safe travels.